Okay, so there are actually two answers to how to remove a Search Marquis from Mac. Option 1 is to install an antivirus, and option 2 is manual Mac virus removal. Let's go ahead and start with the most effective way to remove Search Marquis from Mac, which is running a full system scan to check for any viruses hiding on my device. Today, I'll be using TotalAV for Mac since it's always been efficient at combating not just Mac viruses, but all types of malware. Once you got the app installed, you're going to open Malware Scan over here, and as you can see, there are two scanning options. The quick scan, which will check any surface level threats, but in order to remove Search Marquis, I'm gonna need to do a deep clean using the full scan. If you follow the TotalAV antivirus removal steps, it'll show you how to get rid of Search Marquis on Mac, since it's, well, the same process. Now, for complete Mac protection against any remaining Search Marquis threats, you absolutely need to reset your browser settings. Resetting the browser will also reset any settings, cache, or cookies that were affected by the virus. Now, I'll show you how to do this for both Safari and Chrome, with each taking less than a couple of minutes to even do it. For all you Safari users out there, head over to History and press Clear History at the bottom, and of course we want to clear all history. Next, simply open Settings, find the Privacy button, then open Manage Website Data. Yep, right in the middle. In the final step for Search Marquis removal, Mac simply requires you to hit Remove All. Now, just restart Safari, and hey, you're good to go. All right, now for all you Chrome users out there, this process will be even more simple. Click on those three dots in the upper right corner, press on Settings, and now find the Reset Settings tab. After you finalize that, you're actually done. Whoa, any malware Mac had left hiding in those caches should be wiped clean. Now look, removing a Search Marquis or any Mac OS malware is a headache. So to make this process easier, I'm leaving an exclusive deal of the day below. You can protect your device with one of the best antivirus for Mac options and, well, save some cash in the process. Okay, now that I've explained the TotalAV for Mac antivirus, let's move on how to delete Search Marquis on Mac manually. The first step for manual searchmarquis.com removal is to identify the malware. To do that, go to the top menu and click the Go button, find Utilities, and then you'll need to look for the Activity Monitor, which is usually located right at the top. After you've opened that up, well, you're going to see this list of all current activity on your device. Carefully look through, and if you see any suspicious activity that you don't recognize, or if something is using up an unusual amount of resources, it may be malware that's constantly active in the background. To remove it, you'll need to force the activity to quit. Simply double-click on the suspicious file and click Quit, followed by Force Quit. And you'll know you were successful when it says Terminated next to the old activity's name. Alright, now since a Search Marquis can hide in any recently created launched agents, we're gonna clean those up as well. So again, in the top menu, let's select the Go tab, and this time you'll want to press the Go To folder option. A little search window will pop up. Now type in /library/launch agents, then click Enter. Okay, see all these files listed here? You'll want to repeat the process we did before and simply delete any file that has a suspicious name or those who have been active for an unusual amount of time. And I think the fastest way to do this is by just right-clicking the link and then moving it to the bin. After you've done all that, you'll do the same process for launch agents, launch daemons, and application support. Now, if you had a hard time finding the launch daemons folder, another option is to hit Go, then Computer, then Macintosh HD or whatever name you've happened to give your device. When you see the library folder, open it and scroll down until you find Launch Daemons. Hang tight, we're almost done, I swear. Just a couple of things left to clean up so you can have optimal Mac security. Be on the safe side, let's also remove any unfamiliar apps by clicking Go, then Applications. Alright, take a minute to see if there are any questionable apps, and if there are, well, move them to the trash. Then don't forget to empty the trash. Alright, the very last step to removing the Search Marquis virus, Mac users need to clean up any malicious login items. And to do this, find the Apple icon in the upper left corner and open Settings. Once you've found the Users and Groups icon, click on it and navigate to Login Items. You'll likely need to click on this lock symbol down at the bottom and authenticate your identity in order to make those changes. Then, as always, look for any unfamiliar login items, and if anything stands out, simply click the file and then the minus button at the bottom. Bye-bye. And that's it. All right, now you've thoroughly cleaned your device from top to bottom, and the only thing left to do is reset the browser settings. Yep, just like we already went over at this timestamp. So if you ever need any other cybersecurity advice or instructions, well, be sure to hit like and subscribe because I make new content every week. So to sum it all up, there are a couple of different ways to remove a search marquee on Mac. The manual option is doable, albeit a bit time consuming, and doesn't help prevent any future threats. My advice is to install a protective antivirus for some peace of mind, especially considering a search marquee is just one of several possible malware threats that you could encounter. So save yourself some time and money. Tap the screen here to get the best deals of the day, and I'll see you in the next one.